From Newsnets and CCTV, it's high school basketball coming to you tonight from Cadillac High School.
It's the beginning of the fourth quarter here. The Vikings up 41-16 over Essexville Garber Dukes. The Dukes with the ball to start the quarter. Looks like the Vikings going to drop back in a little man-to-man defense. Play hard, play hard, play hard. Cut down on the mistakes and get ready for playoffs, Ev.
Yep. Yeah, pretty soon it's going to be a lot of their focus is on basketball. And yeah, once you get towards the district and hopefully district championships, start thinking regionals. And then, yeah, with these girls making a pretty good playoff run last year, we've got high hopes that they can hopefully make it down to the Breslin. And I like to think pretty highly, and who knows, maybe a state championship.
Elise Walker with 2 to start Essexville out here in the fourth quarter. I like that positioning of Molly Anderson in the middle of the zone. There's just so many things she can do. She can score from anywhere. She can read and understand the defenses very well, and she certainly can get to the glass.
Yep. Yeah, high basketball IQ, a good shooter, and a great passer. Looks like the Vikings defense compressed there on Garber, and not a turnover, but kind of slowing it down with an out-of-bounds play here.
Coming in for the Vikings at this point, Chesney Berge wearing number 5 and wearing number 22, Lorena Dostal. Dostal with that basket just before the half.
I wouldn't be surprised if they take Molly Anderson out here in a couple minutes.
Little traveling call up top. Great defense right there by Chesney Berge, creates that. This is good practice right now for the Vikings against this pretty tough Essexville defense, finding openings against it. With a lot of subs out on the floor. Nice move right there, coming to the pass.
Dostal with a shot a little bit off the mark, but I like it. Wide open, and kind of a quick shot, but if you're open, you shoot it.
Yeah, Jocelyn Seeley kind of sets that all up by coming to Molly Anderson's pass. Knowing where her teammate will be as soon as she catches it, sends it right out.
She was kind of a relief pass there. Molly Anderson would have been trapped in that corner, but Jocelyn knowing to slide up a little bit helped the Vikings not turn the ball over.
Jocelyn a little off with that left-handed runner. Back comes Essexville. Going to the basket, picking up a foul is Hannah Jacek. I believe that was on her 24 counterpart. Jocelyn Seeley. So 24 goes to the line and 24 gets the foul. Her first trip to the line here tonight.
And looks like her first one is good.
Gets the ball for her second one. Drains that one too. I don't think she hit rim on either one of those. They have looked like 2 of yours.
Dan, you're exactly right. A little bit of a
excited feet down there in the corner.
Yep.
Vikings picking up a little more full court right here. Maddie Drabeck, I think, really enjoys putting the heat on people.
She's a good defender.
She's a solid defender.
Yeah, if you have success at something, you like doing it. And yeah, Maddie's a great defender. Not afraid to pick anybody up. She's got quick feet. She's fast. Jocelyn comes up for another kind of relief pass. Garber is still in I want to say a 2-3 zone. Vikings with great ball movement around the top. Tried getting it into Jocelyn Seeley down low.
It's a nice, smart play. Chesney Berge right there. She knew the ball was tipped by Garber. Instead of trying to make a tough play, she just lets it go out of bounds. Allows the Vikings to keep control.
Even if the post player doesn't have a shot, just passing them the ball opens a lot more things up around the perimeter.
It's a quick steal and a steal right back by the Vikings. As Molly says, I got you one better, and the Vikings keep the ball.
Great ball. The Vikings have been passing the ball. Very few turnovers.
Anderson's shot is just a little bit off the front of the rim, and back comes Essexville. Dawkins with it. She finds her teammate,
Maddie Drabick.
Walker goes to the line.
Maddie had a block, but the block went right back to the Garber player, and she ended up drawing a foul on the second one.
That's one of those bad break ones. You get the block, and it goes right back to their player.
Yep.
All of mine seem to do that.
I usually put mine into the wall or out of bounds if I block it.
Walker is 1 for 3 from the line tonight. Make that 2 for 4. Give her 6 points for the game.
Vikings are really pushing the ball coast to coast, and Maddie's layup just off the mark a little bit.
That's a great look by Seeley right there to find her.
Steal right back to another steal.
Berge with a rebound.
Right now, if you're Molly or Maddie, you know you got to try to come up and help and give her a little bit of relief.
We got a relief timeout from the Viking bench right there. That'll give some moment to mention our sponsors again here tonight. Cadillac Tire, Fox Motors, and Pizza Plus, as they have been all season long. We also want to mention our camera crew out there tonight. Spencer Olson, Damian Brooks, Caden Darrow, and directing the whole show, Hannah Crouch. Well, the Vikings head to Gaylord Friday night. Don't quote me on that. I might be wrong on that being a Friday night game, but it is later this week.
Okay.
And then they turn around and show up right back in this gym, everybody. If you're not doing anything next week, you get a chance to come out and watch the girls play the districts.
Yeah, both boys and the girls teams are pretty lucky to be able to play districts
right
at
in
home.
our gym. Absolutely.
Makes a big difference being able to have kind of a hometown crowd show up.
So the Vikings will host in district play the Ludington Orioles. And that game would be next week, Monday night. If they win, they play Wednesday. If they win again, district finals would be Friday night. So the Vikings would play 3 games next week.
Looks like a jump ball going back the Vikings' way. Garber's meeting them in a press.
Bryant dribbled into trouble right there, but ball goes out of bounds off of Essexville.
Yeah, watching Bryant dribble right into that corner started giving me a little bit of anxiety, knowing that's the last place you want to be.
You
on
don't
the
want
press
to bring
break.
it there.
No, you don't.
Nope.
Pull it back out a little bit, swing it to the other side. Just stay out of that corner.
That's a nice catch right there by her. That was not an easy catch.
She draws a foul by her Garber player. Neither team has really been in foul trouble at all. The Vikings with 4 fouls right now, and Garber, that's her second. You were right about putting Molly in the middle, how she can kind of control the team and either pass it, shoot it.
Yeah, for a lot of the year, it's been McKenna or Emma McTaggart right there. And even in the first half, a lot of it was Emma.
Mm-hmm.
The Vikings switched to Molly, giving Emma a little different look, giving Molly a little more experience in there. You can't beat that game.
Well, especially come playoffs. Right now they're giving whatever teams are playing, the coaches, just a little bit of something more to practice and look at on film.
And even that right there, just the post up. The foul from behind, and that's the third team foul on Essexville.
Good ball movement by the Vikings leads to an open three just off a little bit, but Molly Anderson with a great rebound. Coming back, Essexville Garber. Contested layup just off a little bit.
That's great work by Olivia Meyer to contest that layup. Garber keeps the rebound, keeps the ball. Cutting in left-handed and just a little bit off on that shot was Lauren Walker.
I like seeing every Viking player crash the board on defense. No one's really leaking out, trying to get a quick, easy cherry-picking bucket. They're staying back, making sure the team has a rebound before they try to press it a little bit.
Jump ball call on the floor right there, a little tie-up. Good hustle and sportsmanship by those two players. Couldn't quite see from our angle with the guardrail from where Evan and I are broadcasting from. Couldn't see who it was on the floor. So the pace of this fourth quarter have really kind of slowed down a little bit. Starting to see a few more turnovers. Maybe the teams are a little bit tired.
Yep.
And just as we say that, going coast to coast and putting it in off the glass is Alyssa Dawkins. Just her first basket of the game here tonight.
I believe she was a player that Coach Simons was giving quite a bit of praise to about just kind of quick, fast, smart, good
Speedy Junior hasn't been in the score column much, you're right, Ev, but she's definitely been out there on the defensive end, causing a lot of havoc. Looks like we got an injury to number 24 right there, which is Hannah Jatzik. It looks like she's got a little ankle or maybe a knee there.
Yep.
Certainly nothing you want to have to be too serious this time of year.
No,
with playoffs next week here in the state of Michigan.
I wouldn't be surprised if both teams pull some of their starters or key players off. No point, like you said, risking an injury at the end of the game, a non-conference game.
So the camera crew will be back here tomorrow night right here at Cadillac High School, where the undefeated Mount Pleasant Oilers come to face the Cadillac Vikings in high school boys basketball. Should be a great matchup.
Yeah, I remember always playing Mount Pleasant right before playoffs, and even if you lose, you go into it thinking this team is going to be good and they're going to give us a run for our money, hopefully preparing us for the next couple games going into playoffs.
Absolutely, and you're seeing the same thing here with the scheduling of this game for both teams. You know, it's a battle of two pretty solid ball clubs, certainly defensively. Get you ready for anything you might see next week.
Yep, you never want to end your season on an easy win.
Jump shot is off right there. Nice rebound for Molly Anderson. She finds Meyer. The Vikings get into an offensive set right here.
We'll see if they draw something up or try to run a different play just to see how it works. Doesn't look like it. Just a lot of ball movement like they have been doing all game.
Yeah, I think they're going to just back it up right here and make them come out.
Kind of a tough pass there. Leads to an Essexville Garber steal. Coast to coast with a contested layup.
Now Walker's got a solid game tonight. She's got 8 right now of the 25. There's a nice look from Bryant to McTaggart.
Those are the first for McTaggart tonight. McTaggart's kind of a role player where she doesn't need to score 20 to have an impact on the game. She does a good job scoring 4 or 6 points a night, but a lot of offensive, defensive rebounds, assists, even the high ball screens makes a big difference.
Yes, she definitely draws a lot of tough players to defend, certainly in the Big North Conference. And like you mentioned, she just saw so many other little things out there.
Yep, and just like that, if you leave her open, she'll find a way to put it in.
Vikings up by 20. With about 4 minutes to play here. They kind of took control in the second quarter of this game, folks. They were up by 9 after 1, 19 at halftime. So a big second quarter for the Vikings. Vikings only playing with 4. Okay, here they come with number 5. Usually Coach Simons tries to sneak 6 on the floor, but not 4.
Yeah, kind of a unlikely thing for him to do. Almost a steal there for the Vikings. McKenna Bryant playing real tight defense up top. Maddie Drabeck with a steal. Let's see if she's faster than the Garber players.
Boy, they get back quick, don't they?
Yes, they do. It looks like a track team.
Jump shot is nothing but net for Jocelyn Talega, her first points of the night.
Looks like Garber started in a press, but they all ran back, pulled the press off.
Just about 30 seconds to play here. Olivia Meyer keeps backing up, taking time off the clock. She finds Drabeck. Back it goes to Meyer. Up. It's been a lot of fun working with you this year.
It's been a blast being able to do this with you.
It's been a lot of fun watching the girls play. McKenna Bryant's going to finish with 2 points in her final home game off the glass. And the Vikings' 2 seniors are getting a nice round of applause from the fans here tonight as they step off the floor for their final home game. Always a tough one.
Yep. Yeah,
Great memories of that, but it's hard.
They definitely earned that round of applause there.
So I think we got an Olivia Meyer foul with about 0.8 of a second left on the clock.
Yep. Sometimes
you're in the wrong spot. That's exactly what happened right there.
Yep. Looks like the pep bands are getting into it, trying to make the Garber player miss. Looks like one of the kids up at the top of the trombone was reeling a fishing lure in.
The Walker misses both of those. She'll end her night 0 for 4 from the line, and that'll do it. The Vikings with a 47-27 victory here. Evan and I will be back in just a minute with our thoughts here on tonight's victory for the Cadillac Vikings on Newsnet and CCTV.